What's up, guys? So today I want to talk to you about why my partner and I just created a faith-based real estate investing group. Okay, we've been running this for a little less than a year, and it's been growing exponentially, extremely fast. And to give you context, within just 1 month, it grew 5x or a little more. Okay, and I believe everything that has been happening is going to come down, is the reason behind it is because of what I'm about to share right now. Okay, and as impractical as that may sound, sharing the faith-based side, I promise you stay to the end of this, you implement these things I'm about to share with you, these strategies, I guarantee you that your business or whatever you're doing in life, your goals will grow exponentially fast within the next few days or within the next few months, right? So let's get into it. And just to give you context, the overarching mission, REI Accelerator is helping kingdom-minded real estate investors scale their portfolios through buying large apartment complexes, even if they've never done it before, and they use other people's money. They use investors. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing. But overarching is called Kingdom Accelerator. So you got REI Accelerator and Kingdom Accelerator. Kingdom Accelerator is all about seeing the Great Commission fulfilled in our lifetime. Okay, and so of course that's a massive movement, right? That's the global body of Christ coming together to accelerate that, right? But even within that, what we really believe is that in order for that to happen, we've got to see revival in just about every sphere, every sector of society, and business being a major sphere in that, right? And so God said to me, you have not yet seen a successful business like the one that is fully yielded to me and to my plans and to my spirit. Okay, and I believe that with my whole heart. And a few scriptures that kind of back what we're talking about here is commit to the Lord, right? In Proverbs, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans, right? Or even further than that, and going way deeper than that, King Solomon, a man that the son of David, and what was David known for? Well, thousands of years later, Jesus said, David was a man after my own heart, right? And he birthed Solomon, whose one cry was wisdom. Jesus said, you can have whatever you want, riches, whatever. King Solomon said, wisdom. And because of that, God gave him riches. And you understand the story, but one time Queen of Sheba comes down and says, man, I want to see all that's going on. And it says specifically in that passage where Queen of Sheba came, it says, nothing was hidden to Solomon, which he did not tell her. See, what was being implied there was the fact that Solomon literally had access to all wisdom. He had access to everything in terms of knowledge. Nothing was hidden from Solomon, but he did not tell her. It implies the reality of being able to hear the voice of the Lord, know the Spirit, okay, and knows what happens because of that. Okay, so even past, just the simple commit to the Lord, but what happens when someone's really in tune with the Spirit of God? Okay, and so that leads me to my first point. Number one, I would really take notes on this. Number one, the greatest way to skip mistakes in your business, in your life, the greatest way to accelerate is to hear the voice of the Lord. Grow in sensitivity to His voice. I'm telling you, put this into practice. This one mindset has literally shifted everything for me. Okay? Put this one thing into practice. Grow in sensitivity to the Spirit of God. Ask Him about the little things, decisions you're about to make, decisions, direction you're about to head, just little things. And then what He's going to do is He's going to start sharing with you things. And it may even feel kind of kindergartenish. It may even feel kind of like it wasn't that deep. It was just something. But what you need to do is act on whatever He says, and it'll grow your sensitivity. Number two, and of course, most importantly, a quick point, Jesus radically changed my life. If you don't know my story, I was a drug addict, okay? And I was given time in jail, and Jesus, about 10 years ago, a little over, Jesus touched me in a jail cell. Many people were praying for me, and I had a lot of encounters with Jesus while I was in jail. But one of the things that resonated with me, if Jesus can change my life, take me from a drug addict to not even desiring drugs, from a drug addict to being fully delivered on methamphetamines, to being fully delivered. That means that it's a tangible reality of what God can do on earth, okay? And look, I've done a lot of evangelism. I've talked to a lot of atheists and people. Listen, if there's no other explanation for me, I was a drug addict. I prayed, and I had no more desire for drugs. Now, I'm not saying that happens for everybody. There's a working out to our faith, right? We've got to grow. But if that can happen, that means there's a tangible reality of what God can do on this earth, and his presence on the earth, and the implications of Jesus on the earth. So if he can do that in my life, he can do that in a business. He can do that in your family. He can do something tangible. He can change things. He can accelerate things. He can move things. So what does that mean? We have to press in, and we have to, you could say, well, Jesus changed your life. You just owe it to him. Well, that's exactly right? I owe it to him for the rest of my life, for all of eternity. But you need to have a discontent with allowing life to go on as usual, allowing business to go on as usual. You are called, if you're a kingdom-minded business owner, you're called to believe for world-changing ideas, literally. World-changing ideas to come in, implement in your business, and then you're called to live as one who's called to serve every person that comes into your path. And so that would be the next point, right? Is when you build a business, it's about serving people. And if you can serve people like Jesus served you, you can treat people like God's treating you. If you can say, I have one mission, and that's just to see the people around me that God brings in thrive and see success. Our whole business, everything we do revolves around seeing kingdom-minded real estate investors succeed to accomplish the dreams God's put on their heart. That's all we care about. That's all we talk about in our meetings. That's all we care about. We want to see people thrive, period. And then lastly, or second to last, we also put this in a very practical way, trusting others. Okay, when you potentially are going to do a business, we're a faith-based real estate investing company, so we help investors scale. That means that there's going to be people that want to do deals together. Now, real estate, investing in a deal with someone is just like partnering up in a business with someone. And if you know anything about business, you know anything about partnerships, it's a pretty big thing, right? It's just like a marriage, right? You need to know that you can trust somebody that you're going into business with. And so, of course, you can't, just because people say they're faith-based or Christian, you can't trust everybody, right? But at the same time, it's going to increase the ability to. And we care about that. We care about having that cohesiveness. And the last point I want to give you, I think I've given you about 4 or 5 now, but the very last point is just impact as much or as well as income. We care about impact, and there's a synergy that takes place, okay, that can exponentially accelerate your goals whenever you're aligned with people that are in the same mindset, have the same goals, have the same values, faith-based. There's a synergy that takes place that can accelerate your life and your journey and your goals a lot faster. And you're getting, not only that, but you're getting around people that are further ahead than you, that have accomplished what you want to accomplish and are going further. And so you get around those people, and it can also nurture both your physical goals and your spiritual goals. And what happens there is a massive supernatural acceleration. So that was a long video, but I hope that helps somebody. I promise you, if you put even 2 of these principles into your business, I promise you, you are going to see massive multiplication in your business. So hope that helps. If you're somebody who desires to accelerate your real estate portfolio, or get into apartments, or learn to create passive income through apartments to be able to accomplish more of the dreams you feel God has put on your heart, reach out to us. Let us know. We'd love to partner with you in that. Okay, God bless.